Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I just realized a few days ago that I have not done a get ready with me in quite some time, and I just recently picked up some new products from Ulta and Sephora, and so I thought I would sit down in today's video and just do like a casual talk through get ready with me and show you guys the products that I picked up and kind of give you a first impression as I'm applying them. Some of these are brand new products that I've just released, and some of them are semi-new, and then some I'm just late on the bandwagon, jumping on that train, I guess you could say. But yeah, I'm just going to do casual get ready with me. This is the look, very appropriate for every day, and if you guys are interested, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so I want to start out by showing you guys the newbies that I got, mainly from Ulta. There's a couple of things from Sephora. The first thing is the IT Cosmetics Feel the Moment Skin Rejuvenating Hydrating Primer Serum. So I have been wanting this primer for years now. I accidentally purchased the wrong one a couple of years ago. They have another one similar to this that is in a white formula. It has a white color to it. I think it's just their anti-aging primer, and I accidentally ordered that one a long time ago and just never really took it back to get this one. So this is kind of like a really hydrating primer serum. It almost feels like an oil on the skin. I haven't tried it on my face yet, but I'm very excited to try this. I bought this primer mainly because I also picked up a new foundation to try out, and I got the Tint Ultra Makeup Stick from Lancome. So you guys know I just purchased the Lancome Tint Liquid Foundation about 3 or 4 months ago, and I really like that. And right after I bought that foundation, they launched this stick version, or maybe not. Maybe the stick version's been out for a long time and I just didn't notice, but I love stick foundations, and this surprisingly had really good reviews. So this is the foundation I'm going to be testing out today, and I can't wait. I don't really experiment with concealers a lot. I generally just use my bareMinerals Bare Skin Concealer, which is one of my all-time favorites, but I was really intrigued by this when I saw it on Ulta. It's the Amazing Cosmetics Amazing Concealer Hydrate. So I know that their Amazing Concealer original formula is really popular, but this is actually a totally different formula. It's called Hydrate. So it's supposed to be a little bit more moisturizing on your skin, and it's also in a stick tube formula, whereas I think their original formula is a squeeze out. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I bought this because anything with Hydrate in the name, I'm like, yes, give it to me. My skin will drink that up. So we're going to try that today. I also mentioned this product in a recent video, but in case you guys missed it, this is the new Cover FX Custom Enhancer Drops. These are liquid highlighters, and they are amazing. I was actually at Sephora yesterday, and I was so mad at myself. I forgot to pick up another color in this. I wanted to try the color called Moonlight. This one's a little light on my skin since I do have self-tan, but I'm just going to go ahead and use it again today so you guys can see how it works. But these are beautiful. I've already tried this and they are stunning. I've been hearing a lot of good hype around the new Burt's Bees lipsticks, so I picked up one of these to try out. This one is in the number 501 Blush Basin. Cannot wait to try this. This color looks absolutely stunning, and I've heard that the formula is really awesome on these too. A couple of you guys I think recommended me to try these, so I picked one of these up. And then while I was actually at Sephora yesterday, the Clinique rep was there for the Nashville Green Hills Sephora, and I met her, and we just got to talking, and she gave me a couple of samples to try. Her name was Amy. She was absolutely phenomenal. She knew everything there was to know possibly about Clinique, and she gave me this new Pep Start Hydro Blur Moisturizer sample. This is not out yet, I think. I think she said it would be coming out soon, but she said it is a mattifying moisturizer but also a blurring primer in one, and I felt of it on the back of my skin, and it was very smoothing like a traditional primer, but it also felt hydrating too. So maybe gonna try this. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to try the Pep Smart, I think that's what it was called, Pep Start Hydro Blur Moisturizer. I'm going to use this on my forehead because that's where I really want the foundation to stick and adhere to. And then I'm going to use my IT Cosmetics primer all over my face. Since this is supposed to be more of a matte foundation, I definitely want to make sure that I have some hydration going on. But this feels very interesting. It doesn't really feel like it's mattifying my skin. It still feels very hydrating, but I can also tell that it has a really unique like priming texture to it too. Alright, so I'm going to do one pump of the IT Cosmetics Feel the Moment Hydrating Primer. I actually just did a little dot because a little bit of this really does go a long way. It has a very calming scent to it, almost like a eucalyptus smell. Oh, this feels heavenly on my skin. Oh yes. Next time you guys are in Ulta, feel this. It feels so good. Alright, so time for foundation. Again, I'm using the Lancome Tinted Dual Ultra Wear Makeup Stick. Mine is in the shade 250 Bisque W. So this is a little bit more of a warmer tone foundation, and it'll probably be a little bit dark on my face because my face does not have self-tan on it. But let's just deal with it. I think it actually matches me surprisingly, even without self-tan on my face. So let's go ahead and give this a whirl. It feels very lightweight when I applied it. It seems to be buffing out pretty good. I would say just by buffing it out right now, I feel like it may be a little bit more lightweight than what the Tinted Dual Liquid is. But it looks good. It looks really good on the skin. Compared to like the Makeup Forever foundation stick, which you guys know I love, this one does seem to be a little bit more mattifying. It doesn't have that dewiness like the Ultra HD stick does, but this isn't too matte. I mean, it's not making my face look overly powdery, so I like that. Feels really nice too. Okay, I just applied a little bit more to the center of my face, also on my neck, because my neck is getting a little patchy from where I haven't touched up the self-tan. But what I noticed is when I applied it to my neck, I don't know if you guys can see it, my skin has a very yellow tone to it right now since I do have self-tan on. When I apply this foundation to my neck, it turns pink. And I don't know if that's just it contrasting with so many yellow tones on my skin right now, but on my face right now, it also looks a little more on the neutral to pink side. I mean, even just looking at this right now, let me see if I can pull it up. That doesn't really look like it has a lot of yellow in it. I feel like it's definitely running a little bit more on the neutral to cool side of colors. So just be aware of that. My other Lancome foundation, I think it's the same color. It's very yellow. So I don't know what's up with that, but it does seem to be pulling. I mean, you guys can probably tell just by looking at my face and my neck right now. It's definitely not pulling too warm on me. Overall, in person, I like the way this looks on my face. When I look in the camera, I don't like the way it's coming off on camera. I don't know. This, I mean, there's nothing bad about it when I look at my face right now. I guess I'm just going to have to see how it holds up and how the color ends up translating on me, because I feel like it's just a little pink for some reason. Alright, so time to move on to concealer. I'm going to try the Amazing Cosmetics Hydrate concealer, and I'm wearing the shade Light Golden, so I'm just going to go ahead and apply some of this underneath my eye. It seems to have a pretty dewy finish. You can see some dewage coming through there. I have never used Amazing Cosmetics concealer before, so I'm not really, I think it's supposed to be pretty full coverage. I'm just going to apply the normal amount that I normally would. We're going to see how it goes, I guess. It's very creamy. I like the way that it's applying. Really handy for people who are on the go. Definitely these two products right here would be really nice and handy if you are the type of person that likes to if you're the type of person that likes quick application. I'm going to blend this out with a barely dampened beauty blender. I figured out I like the beauty blender better when it's like barely dampened. I don't like it when I just apply water on it and squeeze it out. I feel like that's when it absorbs the most product, but if I let it sit overnight or something, I like applying products better that way. So this has been sitting overnight and it's kind of shrunk back up. This concealer looks really nice, you guys, like really close up. It's not emphasizing my pores or fine lines or anything. Actually pretty impressed. I would say it has about a medium coverage to it. Probably wouldn't say full, but I would give it a solid medium coverage. Alright, so surprisingly, I really like this concealer. I like the way it looks. It doesn't enhance any of my pores or fine lines, and I'm a-okay with that. So we're going to move on to some setting powder. I'm using the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores powder, and I'm just going to set my under eye area. This foundation does seem to be drying down a little bit more on the matte side, so I don't really feel like I'm going to have to set it with powder. I may set my lower jawline because, like I've mentioned in the past, I have problems with my makeup falling off there for some odd reason. But I just kind of thought that this makeup might be laying really nicely on my skin since I applied this primer, and since my skin is super dry, the primer might really be helping with how everything's laying out on my skin. I just thought of that, possibly. Or it could just look really good. I really wanted to try out the Clinique Chubby Stick Sculptor, the like bronzing contouring cream stick that they have, but I had to cut myself off. This was my limit. So instead, I'm going to use a bronzer that you guys have been asking about a lot, and it's the Bare Skin Sheer Sun Serum Bronzer. I've used this probably 3 or 4 times, and I can definitely say I don't love it as much as I do my Perricone MD No Bronzer bronzer. Something about this doesn't show up on my skin as much. I'm going to go ahead and apply just a little bit with my beauty blender. But yeah, for some reason, it just doesn't want to show up. And I feel like that it might be the serum consistency of it. But I definitely like my Perricone MD No Bronzer better. And I feel like it lays better on my skin too. This is a little bit trickier to blend out. Do you guys see how it kind of just disappears? It doesn't really like stay. The color just doesn't stay when I apply it. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but it seems like every single time I try to apply this, it really just, it goes away. I mean, can you guys see it on camera? Because I can barely see it right now. I feel like that was jacking up my makeup, so I'm just going to go in with my Perricone MD No Bronzer and just try to fix the situation that's going on here. Alright, and just to go over everything and kind of set it, I'm just going to use a little bit of my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. Sometimes cream bronzers work out for me, sometimes they don't. I don't really feel like I'm loving the way it's meshing with my makeup today, but let's just go with it. Alright, so now, fun part, I'm going to take the custom enhancer drops from Cover FX, and this is how they work. You just get a little bit on the back of your hand. Super pigmented, you guys. I mean, this is probably going to look silver on my skin today. I really do need to get a darker color, but if you have really fair skin, this is the one you're going to want to go with. And again, it's called Celestial. I'm just going to take a little bit on the back of my hand and on the back of the beauty blender, and I'm just going to slightly pop that on. For blush, I'm going to stick with the cream products today, and I'm going to use my NARS Multiple in the shade Nepali Coast. Yep, Nepali Coast. And I'm just going to, again, use that with my beauty blender. This is kind of like a rosy pink shimmery tone blush. You can use this for multiple things. I think you can use this on your lips too, possibly. I think that's why it's called the Multiple. For my Guys, I'm taking my bareMinerals Neutral Attraction palette and I just applied Pacific Sands all over my lid to just prime them, and now I'm going to take the shade called Pumped. I'm just going to create a slight wing on the outer portion of my eye. I'm not going to do anything crazy with my eyes today. I just don't feel like it. Don't judge me. This is my life pretty much 24/7. I never ever want to do my eye makeup. I get through my face and then I'm like, I don't want to do the eyes. Don't want to do the eyes, but we're going to do a little bit of something today. I'm going to use the new bareMinerals Gen Nude Lip Liner. This one is in the shade called Borderline. It's the lightest color that is in the collection. By the way, bareMinerals did a pre-sale on these. It's actually going on today, but by the time this video goes up, it would have already passed. But if you follow me on Snapchat, then you saw, and a ton of you guys told me that you pre-ordered or you just ordered. It wasn't really even pre-ordering. You could literally order them and get them shipped to you the next day if you wanted to. So if you missed out on that, these will be available on, I think, July 15th is what I've been hearing, something like that. I'm gonna go ahead and sharpen this. I've already been using this like crazy. And this is the Burt's Bees lipstick in the shade Blushed Basin or Blush Basin. I'm excited to try this. So pretty. These feel really nice. The only thing that I'm noticing is that it's moving around a lot in the tube, and I can already see where it's going to cut off if I'm not careful. So I'm going to go ahead and just twist that down all the way. Really like this color and this formula. This is a great like everyday just kind of neutral color. It would match a lot of different skin tones too. So okay, I'm going to apply a little bit of the new bareMinerals lip gloss. This one is in the shade Snarky. So these are all of the new products that I have recently picked up for my collection. I hope you guys enjoyed this get ready with me. If you like these style of videos where I show you new products I've been picking up and I actually use them in videos as opposed to just hauling them, let me know so I can do more for you guys. I always need to know your feedback to know what you guys are liking. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all in my next one. Bye.